Lay down. Lay down, sweet boy. You're not laying in the wet grass. I know, I know. Bless it. Let's see what I can do here. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit. Whoa. Okay, not that way. You are not getting my brownie, sir. No. Whoa. Stuff already flying around on us this morning. Lay down, lay down, lay down. Ugh. You cannot have my brownie. No, sorry, Bob. Morning. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down, sweet boy. Skeeter's already chewing on me this morning. It's not even that time yet. Just thought I'd do a different area this morning. See which direction. Goliath is eyeballing my snack. Trying to give y'all a different view. Morning, Karen. Karen says, good morning, G. He is laying with his legs wrapped around the leg of my ladder that I have y'all on. And if he gets up, he's going to create havoc. Okay, let me see if I can get this. I was trying to scoot over enough where y'all can see everything. Okay, let's see. But I'm going to have to maneuver my... Oh, there we go. There we go. For some reason... Turn down the volume. Whoa! Bless you! Dang, he just snaked. Now, there is a chance. If Freddie comes out, he'll come from back there. That's my burning pile. And the sun should come up that through there. Where's it at? I'll probably see it better on my big screen here. Let's see what I can find. I had 52 videos in my queue yesterday, shortly after we got finished, and have only watched like 31 of them. My goodness, so many videos. I have to scrunch through some of them though. I can't watch all the hauls. What is that going on in my eye this morning? But yeah, Freddie and other wildlife come straight down through there sometimes. So let me see if I can get me up. Finished my that thing I was working on yesterday. What was it? Sunset Dreams. Except the tassel. So I'm going to throw it in the washing machine this morning. Okay, YouTube. And I'm going to just stay on long enough this morning till Krista comes on. And then I'm going to probably try to come on later tonight because Laura is like 4 hours behind us. Mad Mimi. Yeah, I may not stay on that long. I'm getting ate up by little skeeters already this morning. Good gracious me. And Goliath is? Maybe it's just because we're in a different area. And there's more grass like right here. Okay, here we go. What was that? Giving me orders already. Can y'all hear the turkeys chirping? Mm. Morning. Mm. Try not to be grumpy, but it's hard to do when you don't. Hey, good morning, Donna. And Savage Knits. Goliath is eyeballing everything I touch because he expects treats in my pocket. Oh my gosh, these skeeters. So yeah, I'll probably just now Krista comes on at 8 time Central Time now, right? Instead of 9. Morning, Kathy. Ah, what is it, sweet boy? You watching me very carefully? Hmm. Morning, Deb. Hmm. See if I can. I have my yellow iris are blooming. I don't know if y'all can see them right here. I haven't cleaned up my. Where's them? Haven't cleaned out that flower bed. Ew. How did that skeeter get on my shirt and smushed all at the same time? This is why I'd like to get me a screened in. And gosh, I guess I'm going to have to do it sooner than later. Ah, they're already getting me. All these Zikas. Not Zikas. But you know, that's what we were fighting last year, right? Let's see if I can turn this back around a little bit. Whoa. Got some unlevel ground over there. In Ontario though, aren't y'all fighting a bunch of snow right now? Not fighting, I guess there's no winning that one, right? Trying to get all my cedars and not squish Goliath's leg. Try to get in between the cedars maybe. How's that? This is my favorite one though. The one I was afraid was dying, but I think it was just new growth or something. I need to. Good morning, Debbie. Um, I try to keep it trimmed to where I can walk under it. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, cedar trees are the worst about ticks. So yeah, I finished my that thing I was working on yesterday, Sunset Dreams, except the tassels. So I'm gonna put that in the my eyes aren't awake yet. I'm gonna put that in the washing machine this morning because it's Karen cotton cake, so I should be able to wash and dry it, right? And then I'm gonna take it out and put in a. Oh really? My what did I see? My amaryllis was coming up behind my mailbox. See, I need to do all that. I need to put out I need to fix all of the landscaping timbers around my mailbox and in flower beds. And I've got tons of gladiolus bulbs I need to plant, as well as all kind of other stuff. But goodness gracious, even even though I'm home on purpose, well, not on purpose, but sort of, um, I'm just being as lazy as can be. 42. It's supposed to be 86 here today. One extreme to the other. I mean, I'm going to have to put my... I don't have central AC because my unit went down several years ago. And with it being just me here, I don't care. I can use little heaters and little window air conditioners a lot cheaper than I can replace that central unit or heat the house. With it just being heat and cool, with it just being me, there's no sense in me running a central unit all the time. But I may have to put my little window units in this weekend because I wanted to get my little sewing room finished. I think I'm going to try to go to Dollar General or something today and try to find some uh, elastic. Although I think I have some little hairdo-y things. Not scrunchies like this, but um, I have the ones that I make loveys and stuff out of. So I think I'm going to cut one of those and see how long it is. And if it's long enough, stretched out, I may make those. Yeah, it got pretty warm yesterday, didn't it, Donna? You know, I'm in Alabama. What part of Georgia are you in? Foolish this morning, although I think I saw that it's like 70 something. It was 70 at midnight, or 72. I got so much yard work I need to do, it's crazy. But I guess I'm still in the work week mentality because today's Friday, so now I get my list together about what I want to do. So I do have, let's see, there's files. What did I have that I wanted to do? What did I say I was going to do? Sunrise shawlette. And if I can get that one done fast enough. Did I already have the sunrise shawlette? Why does it have a number 2 behind it? I thought that was a new one by Jeannie with On the Hook. Uh-oh, I missed it. Athens, oh, okay. I am in Pinson, which is northeast of Birmingham, little northeast of Birmingham. Athens, so that's like all the way the other side, almost the other side of Georgia, right? If I remember, but you know what I ate there while I was driving? I ate at that's where the college is, right? 70 in Columbus. I take somewhere between 42 and 70. I mean, 70 is okay, as long as it's not muggy. I ate at the varsity there one time when I was driving. I made sure to stop and eat there because that town, downtown Athens, is really, oh, my nose is a little scary this morning, it seems like. Y'all know what that means, right? Excuse me. Hang on. I can't do that on camera. That's gross. Um, but the town is like, well, I guess it's the sorority and fraternity houses. That is, Goliath, that's a booger rag. Don't look at it. He looks at everything in my hands. Um, I love all those historic homes and stuff. There was something about getting on the interstate right there that catches my memory, and I can't remember what it was. I think that trip to Athens was in February, a couple years ago, and I drove there. That was the last time I had the flu, actually. No, was it? Yes, it was. Hey, Angel. I drove to Athens, and when I got there, No, because I came back through Atlanta. I can't remember where I was. Anyway, it was somewhere to the extent of Athens, like the distance from here. And when I got there, let's see, I went through by a bunch of lakes and everything. What are the crows doing? Being silly. Anyway, by the time I got back to Atlanta, by the time I got there, I was extra tired. Morning, Linda. By the time I got there, I was extra tired. Not like sick tired, but more tired than what this 5-hour trip should have taken. And I didn't know what was going on, so I got me some Gatorade and everything. Got me some extra coffee and whatever. By the time I got back to Atlanta, I didn't think I was going to make it home. And that was the last time I had the flu. I came home and laid in bed until my fever just overrun me again. And like I said, last time I had the flu, which was the first time I had had the true flu in like 30 years. Because, when we were like young and dumb, we were still out spreading things and invincible and all that. Um, but I remember laying in bed after I got back from that trip. But like I say, it was about the distance of Athens. But it was because I don't go through Atlanta going to Athens. I go up. I go up through, if I'm not mistaken, I go up through Gadsden and across 411 into Rome. I may be totally mistaken, but it seems like I go up through. If I ever had the chance to go through a little towns and back roads, I did until I got on that last stretch to Athens. You have to take University Highway or whatever. I miss driving. I miss driving my truck. Wasn't a big truck like Dana and Dooley or anything. It was like just a big pickup truck. But gosh, I miss it. I miss seeing that countryside, even though it was just the southeast. So beautiful. We have some beautiful historic places here. Morning, Becky. I'm only going to stay on until Krista comes on this morning. I don't want to jump over her time. I don't want to keep anybody from going there too. But I was kidding last night, because I need to go on later tonight because Laura at Mad Mimi's, Mad Mimi, Farmer Mimi, wants me to go live. So I'll probably try to go tonight when I see that nobody else is on. Because she's like 4 hours behind me. So she's either just now going to bed or still up for the night. Oh, I bet I can get a cheap, oh my gosh, stuff flying in my ears. Ugh, go away. I need my fly flapper out here. It was crazy. I used to have an old aunt that sat outside with a fly flapper. I'm like, what are you doing? They're outside already. But now I know it's to keep them off of her. I get me one of them towels, though, fly flicking towels. It goes over your shoulder. But yeah. Happy Friday, y'all. And I may consider Zoom. I'm not sure yet. I enjoy everybody doing their thing together. Let's see, who's doing another hat Zoom? Not a Zoom. Jeanette with DOI Creations. I think this Sunday her live is going to be blue hats, in case anybody wants to tune into her. I haven't ever actually, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a tutorial. Gosh, but if the skeeters carry me away, I won't have to worry about it. I may have to go get mine. So far, all I've been swatting is wasp that gets in the house. And some kind of bee. It wasn't a bumblebee. It was one of those little short ones that bring blood to your skin when it stings you. I hate to bring this out. I'm like Granny D now. I got my little snack with me out here. But I really just brought it to show y'all. I don't know if y'all saw my pictures the other day. I hope Black can hear me come in the house, but he can hear me rattle a thing. Oh, happy anniversary. I want to get me a screened in thing out here. I don't care if it's just like a thing you see in what's his movies? Like well, Harrison Ford movie. Ugh. Anyway, one of those screen things on a. There's my brother going to work again. He, that's who the text was for before. I should check on Mama. Well, duh, I check on her every day. Yeah, I kind of want a canopy, but then I was talking about like a screen on a loop or something, you know, on a big ring that you can just pull down around you wherever you want to be. You're not gonna hang it in a tree, except like right now, you know, there's nothing to hang it from. But yeah, I want some kind of screen in something just for this reason, so I can do this, and so my mosquitoes aren't biting on me. He'll be going right by there in a minute. Why can't he just stay home and take Mama to the doctor today like he needs to do? Biting the tongue, biting the tongue. His company is not essential. How is he working? How are people working that? Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. I have a hula hoop. Anyway, here's my little snack. I don't know if y'all saw my picture the other day. They have llama brownies. Little Debbie. Llama brownies at the store. Oh, I thought, yeah. Um, and I've eaten them all except this one. Oh, okay. I was looking for this pattern because I would like to get it done for who is it? Ooh Ah Creations did this month's thing for my brain. Where's my coffee? Give me my coffee back. Got my hugs and kisses cup again. I at least changed shirts for y'all. But my coffee cup, I drink, well, like I say, I'll rinse them and drink out of them a few days. But, Ooh Ah is doing this month's uh, cow or whatever for chronically crocheting. And I think it's spring theme. So I'm going to do this sunrise shawlette for that. Looks like it could be a little, it looks like it could be quick. Oops, I hear a ding. I didn't turn my sound off, sorry. But two, what's the other one? Cindy Spurgeon with Freeze Baby's Fiber Frolic. Well, of course Debbie's are essential. If liquor stores are essential for some, yeah, little Debbie's are essential for us fat folk. I have eaten more. Well, I mean, just being at home, but I've got to get up off my butt. Is Freddie somewhere? Goliath's nose just went up in the air. My sweet boy. It's early, isn't it, sweet boy? Whew. I have to go get some more coffees. I'll be right back. I almost brought my coffee pot out here this morning. I almost fixed my thermos. I hope the light doesn't jump up, because if it does, y'all are going tumbling. There's the hawks. Hawks are making their rounds this morning. I don't see them yet, though. A little bit cloudy this morning. I don't guess we're going to see no sunrise. It's a lot cloudy this morning. I hope it doesn't rain until I get that stuff put in the back of my truck. Am I buffering? I shouldn't be, let me see. I was trying to get my, I'm trying to start on this. That is so pretty. I haven't made one of Jeannie's patterns yet. She uses mohair. I have some mohair, but I'm not going to use it. I'll probably never use that mohair. I won some. Whoa. But I'm going to use this Lux Lollies. And it's got a little fuzz on it. This is Marzipan Plan. I think this is the one that Dee wanted. The best sticker ever. The most beautiful sticker I've ever seen. But two, she says this shawlette is rounded on the bottom. She used a 7.0. Wait a minute. I think I used a 6. The J is a 6. Maybe I need to go get my K. I don't know. I wonder, has anybody ever frogged Lux Lollies? It's so soft, though. It doesn't even get solid. You know how when you ball something up, it gets solid? But this is like so soft, just squishing it. I got this crease going on this morning. Right here. The sunrise shawlette is pretty. And it's these are the first thing I thought of when I saw the shawlette. Increase 2 stitches on each row. But anyway, she's got, instead of having the full triangle at the bottom, she's got it somehow rounded, but then the increases are on the side of the triangle. And I haven't read through it yet, so... beginning, so much easier than being surprised. Hello. I've bought quite a few of her patterns, but I've never, okay, I'm gonna run and get a K-hook. I'll be right back. And then I realized that an L is a 7. I just don't see using an L on anything less than a bulky or something. Um, I don't even know that I'll use a K with this. It just doesn't feel big enough for a K. Lux Lolly's $1.99. And every one I had, the outside of them was messed up. I hate to make it so big and flowy that I can't, that it doesn't really look like anything. Let's see, how do you take care of these things? Hand wash and lay flat to dry. Is that what the square with the flat line in the middle of it means? This suggests a J. Well, I guess I could try a K. Y'all still with me? Where's my... There we go. Morning, Jeannie. And Carol. Miss anybody else while I was being rude and running away out of here? I'm starting a new... Well, if it requires a K, I guess a J, then a K should be okay. I'm going to start the new Sunrise Shawlette by Jeannie at On the Hook Crochet. Ooh, I bet this fuzz is hard to tear out. Chain 4. Matt tells you if we could break a few records with our heat this afternoon. Yay. We just broke records with our cold. Lux Lollies and a K-hook. I think. Let me look. Whoa, I just dribbled all the way down a... Lux Lollies and Marzipan Plan. And she calls for a millimeter. And that's an L if I'm not mistaken. Or I don't know if that's one of those that's in between. But I'm going to go with a K. Because to me, an L is just too huge without it being a bulky. Getting chewed on, sweet boy. And this Lux Lollies feels too soft to work with. Three double crochets and a fourth chain from the hook. Ow. Yeah, this stuff is too soft to be using this big old hook on, but maybe it'll be okay. Uh-oh, I saw another message coming in. L is an 8, so I guess that 7 milli is one of those in-betweeners, huh? I've got a $50 Amazon card sitting there burning a hole in my account. I guess I could look, but even still, I'm not paying. I'm going to wait till I find something on sale. I want to find a whole set of clovers almost. Sorta, except that I already have 3 or 4 of them. So I don't know that it would do me any good to buy a whole set or waste. I'm not going to say waste. Because depending on the yarn, I'll still use my plain old Susan Bates. I love the inline though. And it seems the clovers are not inline, right? But they're not tapered like a, okay. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, chain 4 turn. Chain 1, the opening at the bottom of the turning chain. So does that mean the same stitch? To me, that means the same stitch. Crochet in chain 1 in the opening at the bottom. Double crochet in 1 chain in each stitch across. Now I'm just reading. Chain 1 in each stitch across to the last stitch and the last stitch. This reminds me of that stuff that I did. I made a friend of mine a hair, like a bandana type hair covering. And what was that yarn? This Lux Lollies reminds me of it, like, what's that stuff that Crystal likes so well? Unforgettable? This stuff kind of reminds me of that. 2, 3, 4. 5 double crochets and 4 chain 1 spaces. One, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's not the last stitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it is. Okay, next. That doesn't look right. This is what throws me off. Yeah, and just kind of slick like. See, that doesn't look right. Let's see, there's, well, that's my chain. At the end of row 2, okay. In the last stitch, does it say in the last chain? But that was a chain 1. Okay. Now I'm just mumbling. Chain 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And turn. Repeat row 2. You'll have 7 and 6. It just feels too soft to work with. Especially this early in the morning. So is Krista coming on in 10 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes? I get confused when the time changes. If we go forward, she comes on at, you know, when I went to buy knitting needles for that one project I've ever done in my life, no, just kidding, for that test project for KB Fibers, there was a set of 3 knitting needles. I forgot what size I needed. Size 6, not, okay. I just didn't want to, well, I didn't want to hold y'all up for an hour or 2 hours, but I mean, you know, however long you want to hang out with me. I don't think there's going to be a sunrise today, though. It's just too gloomy back there. But I went to Walmart. There was a set of 3. It wasn't the millimeters, but the size 6 hooks. 6, 7, and 8, I think. It was like the only size 6 in the whole place. And somebody had stolen that one pair of knitting needles from that pack. Thieves and liars are the 2 things that I hate the worst in this world. But I don't know, is everything going crazy on Amazon or it's just toilet paper? Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it smells sweet. Boy, I smelled it at the same time you did, but what is it? Have y'all seen Freddie come around back yet? Let's see. Chain 4 and turn. Okay, so far so good. Mini live. Oh, okay. Well, I guess, um, well, I was going with the, um, lavender chair. What are you doing? You cannot have my brownie, sir. What, you, is that what you got up for? You lay back down. There goes my yarn ball. Goodness gracious. I was using the lavender chair for my, fillet, but I mean, I love her patterns and everything, but I try not to be ugly, but, well, I mean, several of the patterns, we're fixing to go in, several of the patterns that I bought, I mean, I would buy them, because I mean, she's even on early, even for her regular schedule, right? Okay, Angel, see you later. Sorry if I didn't see. But there were several errors, number errors. And when I first started the lavender chairs fillets, that butterfly one that I do the most, or have done the most, um, I was a babe in the crochet woods enough that I couldn't figure out what was going on and why my counts weren't coming up. Oh, everybody's dropping off going to Krista. I know, I'm trying. But then, and I tried to get in touch with the person, the owner or the designer, and I never heard back from her. This was during a crochet along, I think. I think that butterfly was a crochet along at some point. But anyway, so the paid pattern was incorrect, but then the free one seemed to be correct. I don't, I don't, I never figured it out. So anyway, now her patterns are still wonderful, but now I am going to, um, owl, like the OWL, be hooked. Once you do a, Hillbilly Kitchen, did anybody watch that? Ah, it's a cooking one, but I love her stuff. I love all her food. It's like my Meemaw used to cook. But anyway, Owl Be Hooked does a new, it's not new, I'm sure, new to me type fillet count, whereas she puts the counts, the number counts out there for you. So instead of having to read a whole paragraph of double crochet 3, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet so-and-so, chain 1, skip 1, repeat 4 times, but add 2. And instead of doing all of that per line, she simply puts her counts in parentheses. So you don't have to read all of that wording. And her patterns, I think somebody said they're a little more than most, but once you do a fillet like that, I don't think I'll even try to find anybody else. And I wish I had gotten that one yesterday that had the little angels in it. Yes, now, I used to do crochet, cross stitch, or I have still, I'm a cross stitch to begin with in macrame. So I finally figured out, but some of her graphs represent, each square represents 2 stitches. And she doesn't say that in her instructions on Lavender Chair. I mean, I love her patterns. They're beautiful. I've done many of them. I've done the elephant, the giraffe. I've done that the butterfly 7 or 8 times. So anyway, but Albie Hooked had a free one yesterday that had these little angels in it, and I wish I had gotten it. I think it was only for 24 hours, but I'm going to double check. Ella and Wynn have posted a lot of free patterns. Yeah, Jeannie, the thing about the Lavender Chair, like I say, I love her patterns, but some of the instruction wasn't clear. And when I was asking the designer herself about the corrections, um, I never got an answer. And which is good, I got more answers from the people um, in the group, which is why we have groups on Facebook, stuff like that. I understand that. But at some point, I felt like I wasn't asking about a free pattern. I was trying to support her with a paid pattern. So I just feel like I could have gotten a little help. She never got back to me on that. And there were 2 lines in the butterfly that threw me off so bad that I put it down for a while. And this was when I was a new crocheter. So I couldn't figure it out. But then I just drudged through because some other woman said something about I wasn't, I was wrong, and that this line that I was talking about wasn't incorrect. But come to find out, she was reading the free pattern, which somehow the free pattern was correct and the paid pattern was not correct. Which to me, that's just kind of, neither one of them should be incorrect, but I know it's probably hard to make a design, and stuff like that. So anyway, but Albie Hooked has, I'm not sure that I will, I'm not going to say that I will never use anybody else's fillet, but Albie Hooked has quite a few. Whereas Lavender Chair has more like big designs right in the center, and Albie Hooked has more multiple designs per repeat. Because I'm doing that Amour blanket right now, which is the hearts, and I think there's like 4 or 5 per. Good morning, Jennifer. We're about to shift over to I guess if Granny D's is a squirrels raid, we're going to have a hearts raid to Krista. I'm about to shift over there, but I'm going to come live again later this evening because a couple of people on the other side of the world were wanting me to go live at times that they could be awake and visit with us. But Albie Hooked, yeah. There's a lot of good fillet patterns out there, and if the instructions are accurate, any fillet is good. To me, it's not that hard. A lot of people say fillet is hard, but it's a matter of if you don't have time to count. The code was, I think the code was angels. I don't know if I can do I don't know how to do the pre-notice of a live. Yeah, and whereas too on the Lavender Chair, her blocks line up block per block, and I know that the Albie Hooked, whoa, glass just farting across the yard. The Albie Hooked kind of splits squares sometimes. Splits the previous, and she really wants you to have, oh, okay. I'll try that. I haven't ever tried it. The community tab. And Albie Hook says for you to go in the stitch instead of just in the hole that is made by the stitch you skipped before. She actually wants you to go in the stitch. I don't have time for that. I did a few rows, and it didn't really make that big of a difference, I guess, with my tension and the way I'm doing it. So if it, and just me making one for myself, it's okay. I couldn't really see that big a difference with it. But if I make one for commission or anything, then I'll do it in the, see if it helps. Is angels the word for it? Is angels the code? That's what I do, Jenny. But like I said, Albie Hook says to go in the chain. I mean, not, in the stitch of the chain. Angel or angels, okay. And if y'all see any good patterns that or free ones right now while we're in lockdown or whatever, I think that I saw that we've now got a curfew, or it was being discussed yesterday in the whatever the local level government is. The mayor and all them. But anyway, yeah, I love the Albie hooked. But anyway, yeah, if y'all see anything squirreling around that you want to, are you wrapped around that pole? Yo, I bet he has gone through that column. Maybe not. You better not get up there in those ants, though. I hope he didn't. Anyway, let's go watch Krista, y'all. Let's do a hearts raid. Cindy hearts raid. And I will put a thing on later and come back later on. And as long as it's not 100 degrees out here. It's supposed to be 86. Jen, the link I sent you the other day to the lady in Nairobi is where we're headed. And I will see y'all again in a little bit. And I think Goliath has gotten stuck behind a column anyway. So, yeah. All right. Love y'all. See y'all in a little bit. Thanks for joining me again this morning. It's not as pretty without that sunrise, but okay, thank you, Jenny. That's on Ravelry for Albie Hooked. It's a little angel's blanket pattern, and I think it's just the cutest little thing, so I'll probably try that one. I'm downloading all these free ones anyway. If y'all see any free ones, post it in the Facebook group. See y'all in a little bit, or see you at Krista's. Love y'all. Bye. Ah, cool. Thanks.